We're rolling here. So, shush. Hello guys, welcome to another video of mine. And actually I'm getting a little bit stressed because I haven't recorded in like 2 or 3 weeks. Every single video that I uploaded in the past 3 weeks had been recorded a long time ago, apart from the moving part, but still. But you know what, we're gonna do that because I'm what? Sickening. Since this is my second weekend in this apartment and my 6th week in Berlin, I decided to record a video about things that I find surprising in Germany. I mean, it's not my first time in Germany, but there are certain things that I want to share with you. And of course, there are videos out there about it already, but I think I've watched them all, and I think I've got a couple of things to add to the list. So listen up, y'all. The first thing is the name on the mailbox. So, namely, if you order something on. So, basically, if you order anything in Germany or you have a shipment to deliver, you will not get it unless your name appears on the mailbox. And this is such a pain in the ass. I remember that my sister sent me a package to Germany, and of course, it wasn't my own address. So I sent her the last name of the owner of the apartment slash the house, and she put my name on it anyways on the package, and it didn't get delivered because my name wasn't on the mailbox. And I'm like, bitch, you can just call and ask me for an ID, right? Like, what the fuck? But this is really a pain in the ass, so you have to be careful if you order anything anywhere, or basically someone ships you something that's precious to you. Another thing that surprised me is that I think it's actually a very Berlin thing because many people here scream on the streets. Like, for real, you just walk around and you hear people scream without any reason. I spent 6 months in Mainz, and things like that didn't happen. I guess it's just the feel that you get in Berlin is the feel of Hauptbahnhof Frankfurt. Actually, there's a funny story to it because I talked to a friend of mine. He asked me, "Oh, how do you like Berlin?" And there was a lady sitting right next to us in a cafe. And I said, "Oh, like, I like it, but sometimes I get scared because I feel like I'm at the central station in Frankfurt." And she literally just started laughing. She didn't even pretend that she didn't hear that. But yeah, basically, Berlin has a lot of weird people. Okay, thing number 3 is German pretzels. Like, don't get me wrong, I love pretzels and they're amazing, but basically the Germans treat them like buns slash bread, and they put everything in it. They put ham in it, cheese, or whatever else. Like, I haven't tried all of that, but I tried a pretzel with cheese and ham, and it was actually pretty good. But I was like, why do you do that? You can just use a regular bun, and it's gonna be more comfortable for you to eat because there's not gonna be holes like in the middle of it. So people just get it together. And now we're gonna move on to things that pretty much irritate me. And thing number 4 is the changing light for the pedestrians. Oh my god, it's such a pain in the ass because in every normal country, the light starts blinking when it's about to change into red. But in Germany, it does not. I'm just there and I think I'm gonna make it, and I'm about to step my foot on the pavement, and then it turns red all of a sudden. And then I have to take a step back, and I hate doing that. So usually I just run through the street because just run, bitch, run. But yeah, seriously, they need to get it together and I don't know, maybe install something that actually counts the seconds until it turns red, like in the States, for example. That would like pretty much make our lives easier. Thing number 5 is the freaking old-fashioned banking. Hello to the 21st century Germany, where you can't pay with your card anywhere you want because they're just not providing. And I was really surprised to see that because Poland is way less developed and poorer than Germany, but when it comes to our banking, we're way ahead of Germany. We have so many payment methods. Here it's either cash or sometimes card. And even Apple Pay doesn't work that well here. And for instance, you can't pay with your card online unless it's a credit card. You can only pay with a credit card here. So I have to use my Polish debit card so that I can pay whatever I need to order online. Like for instance, like Amazon, I couldn't use it with my if I had a German card, I would not be able to use it because it's not a credit card. This is outrageous. Like Angela Merkel, it's your last year, so you better leave with a good impression. Thing number 6 is not apologizing. If someone bumps into you or if they elbow you or something like that here, don't even expect them to apologize, or you don't even have to apologize yourself. That was such a huge shock for me because I wouldn't say that Poland is very courteous, but if we bump into someone, then we usually apologize or like I don't know, say something. And here people just like elbow you or hit you with their shoulder, and they just keep going. Like, girl, we don't have time for apologizing. And that was a huge shock for me, but also for a friend of mine who comes from England, because you know what the British are like. They apologize for everything, even though you are the one who should apologize. So he was really surprised that the Germans don't do that and don't apologize for like violating your personal space. And that leads us to the thing number 7, which is straightforwardness slash rudeness, however you might interpret it. Yeah, so if you come here, you might be surprised how straightforward people are, and they're not gonna sugarcoat things, and even their sense of humor. Like the Germans already have like a bad sense of humor usually, but who said that? And sometimes their sense of humor might be really harsh. For instance, not that long ago, I heard that my German was shit, and bitch, that shit hurt. It hurted. No, but like seriously, I'm laughing right now, but I made such a huge drama. I mean, not to the person, but I had a huge drama going on in my head for the following 2 weeks. And if the person that said that to me is watching it by any chance, well then, screw you. Who are you to judge me? Thing number 8, I should have mentioned that before. It should have been thing number 2, but whatever. So yeah, the thing number 8 is the delivery service. A few weeks ago, I wanted to have my package from Mainz to Berlin shipped. It's a long story. I left some of my stuff in Mainz after I finished my Erasmus program there. So a friend of mine wanted to send it to me, and I ordered delivery, which I paid for in advance. And a friend of mine was in the restroom when they rang the doorbell. So it took her like a minute and a half to go downstairs and open the door, but the people were already gone and nobody picked it up. I managed to reschedule it, but they didn't come, they didn't even call, they didn't ring the doorbell. I've been trying to reach out to them for like a week or something, but nobody replied to me. They replied to one of my tickets where I didn't provide my delivery number, so they said that they couldn't help me and that I should create another ticket, to which they did not respond later on. So I decided to use DHL and I paid for it, scheduled the pickup date, and I waited for them to pick up the package from my friend's house, but nobody came. So I called them on the same day and I said, hey, I scheduled a pickup and you didn't come. And they said, but you didn't pay for the pickup. And I said, of course I did. I paid for the delivery. The response was, oh, sir, you paid for the delivery, but not for the pickup. So why the hell did you let me schedule the pickup if I didn't pay for it and I wasn't eligible to actually schedule it? If it works like that in your country, just let me know in the comments, because I'm like really surprised, because I've never heard of paying separately for the delivery and the pickup. Like, what the fuck? I am paying for the full service. I don't get the logic behind it. But yeah, I would really love to hear your opinion about this. And before we finish, I have one more thing to say. I didn't want to be too negative here, so I left the best things for last, which is really, really positive, and it's actually heartwarming. So the thing number 9 is the way that people support the poor. The Germans seem to be very aware of their like social responsibility or whatnot. Seriously, so many times I see the homeless and people actually just really support them. They give them money and I don't know. They just go out of their way to like help others. A few days ago, I was in the metro, and there was a homeless man who was like going around with a cup and asking for money. And he went through the whole car, and there was a guy who sat next to me, and he realized he had some money, so he stood up, went through the whole car just to give the money to the beggar, you know. And I was like, oh my god, I wouldn't bother, you know? I would not run behind them to just like give them money. Do you know what I mean? And on the day when I moved in here, I walked through the street, the street, and there was a man, of course, screaming because why not? And a lady called him from the window and said like, hey, come up, come up. And he came up to her window and she gave him money. And like, he didn't even ask for it. I was like, oh my god, I started gaining faith in people again. It actually gives me some opportunities to think about myself, how I contribute to the community, how I could contribute more to the community, and it definitely gives me something to think about because sometimes we just get absorbed by our problems that we fail to notice that other people have bigger problems. When I think, oh, I can't afford a new laptop because this one is annoying me, some people can't afford dinner. It's getting a little bit serious right now, but yeah, that's my thought of the day, maybe of the week, because I'm posting weekly. These are all 9 things that I wanted to share with you, what surprised me in Germany, and if you have, of course, something else to add, you know what to do. I hope you enjoyed this video and remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Instagram somewhere here on my channel. I don't know, you make the effort because I can't really do that for you. Until next week, just love me. Bye bye.